council meeting of the village of Armada will now come to order. So everyone rise for the pledge of allegiance to the flag, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Shaw.
Here.
Clark.
Here.
Conan.
Here.
Bullock.
Here.
Ballard.
Here.
Sykes.
Here.
Belkey.
Here.
Next is approval of the agenda. What's the council's wishes, please?
Mr. President, I move the agenda be accepted as presented.
Support.
By Mr. Shaw. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Next is the citizens' comments. There's no citizens in the audience tonight, so we will move on. No presentations tonight. Administrative reports, liaison reports. Anyone with short ones, please?
Yes, Mr. President, I'd also like to move my water department update just into the liaison reports. We get it all done in one shot if we can. Most of those issues have been in process for a while. So.
Okay, very good. Thank you. The consent agenda, approval of the...
I got to talk now. So, and this one bothers me a little bit, but I gotta put it on the table here. Michelle, I want you to take out the 10 pages of rebuttal to my liaison report that you put in there. It's not an agenda item. I didn't ask for any comments to it. I think it was inappropriate. I value your inputs, but I'm not ready to come and talk to you yet about some of this stuff. And so this is a communication of mine to the trustees. Rest assured, I'll come back and talk to you about this stuff. I want your inputs, but now's not the time. Just wanted the trustees to see the different stuff that I'm working at, things that people are talking to me about. Okay, Senate Act 690. This is a state initiative to provide emergency water assistance relief to residents. There are some stipulations that the state is still working out to be able to qualify. Generally, it would be lower income residents that are in arrears on their water bills and are on food assistance. We may have some of those unfortunate residents, and this program in theory will help them out, and it could also help us out because we certainly need the money coming into the village itself. So more to follow on that, but we did enroll in that program. And as the state finds out a little bit more about how they're going to enact that and roll it out, I'll provide updates. I did talk to Sunshine water softener guys, talked to Jim and John. They still do not have a request from the media company for any kind of down payment or deposit. And so it's kind of our expectation at this point that once we would go under a purchase agreement with them, it would be simply the $240,000 deposit that we would give them to get started. I think both of us would be surprised if the media company asked for anything. Of course, it would come out of that $240,000. In any case, they did say it'll take another 3 months or so to get the media certified. And then again, it's 5 to 6 months to have the media manufactured, transported out here, and replaced. So interestingly, that puts us at the end of our fiscal year, probably in the February-March timeframe. So it's conceivable, Sunshine has also indicated it's not an issue for them. It's conceivable that we could push this into the next fiscal year, which just helps the money situation, right? In any case, just an additional note, because I'll continue to get updates from those guys, is that KPAC also went on record to buy a certain square footage of cubic feet of media rather than square footage. cubic feet of media, so they're on record as needing it as well. And Jim says other schools in the area are coming online as needing it as well. So I'm happy to be the first in the pipeline because, again, we're just talking about supply chain issues. At some point, that stuff may get backed up too, and so I would very much like to get this fast to work. Very much like to be at the front of the group of municipalities and school districts that need the meeting. Okay, last thing is the Arsenic Detention project. I did talk to Roll about that. They should have Doug Scott, who's the project engineer, out here sometime this week with a crane operator. They're looking to just ensure that the site will handle the crane, and the crane is able to lift the containment vessel into place without hitting overhead wires, trees, that kind of stuff. Sometime this week. Thought it was going to be today, but it's dependent upon the crane operator's availability. Again, this is all design engineering. We are not building anything at this point. That would be the next phase of the project. The thing that has really held us up is working with the county commissioners and getting that easement. One day it's an easement, the next day it's a license agreement, then it's back to an easement and a license agreement. They just asked on Friday for site survey information. However, Roe had done that, so they've got property description, site survey information. I think we've given them everything that they need. Once they've got the legal paperwork written up, then it's about a month in the county commissioner's pipeline. So I'm talking to both the lawyer on the corporate counsel about this, and I'm talking to the chief of staff for the Macomb County Board of Commissioners. And so optimistically, the next month we'll have the paperwork done. Eagle does require an Act 339. They want it both for water and sewer, but we don't anticipate any problems there, and that's about a 2-week turnaround. So paperwork is going to be the death of us all, I think, but things are moving forward. And again, that's another project that likely now won't be able to happen this year, may get pushed into next year. But we bank whatever we don't spend this year, so not necessarily in a bad situation by doing that. That's all I have, Mr. President. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Any other one? Hearing none, seeing none. General business, consent agenda, approval of the regular council meeting minutes of August. Okay. Today's August.
Oh, July 27th.
I'm sorry.
Oh, was that on the agenda like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then tonight's meeting, you want to be here, sure.
So how about if we do as amended and we amend that? Is that okay, Ballard and Shaw?
Ballard, Jim.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Sure.
minutes of 7/27.
All right, and also the payment of bills. What is the council's wish?
Mr. President, I'll move the consent agenda be accepted as amended.
Support.
All right, moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
We don't have any new business tonight. And next would be the old business. We have sewer plant update. Mr. Clark, your department, please.
Yes, I was hoping to announce that they've broken ground down there, but they have not. The permit process was taking a little longer than anticipated. They do have a construction trailer on site right now, and we're just waiting to hear more. So I would expect it's going to be within the next week. They'll be breaking ground, so I'll keep you advised.
Very good.
So what are they breaking ground for?
There's some new piping they have to do at the end of the SBR tanks for possible future more filtration that we had eliminated from the price was so high. One of the first things off the bat, there was a secondary filtration system that they were going to put in, and we eliminated that. But right now, they're going to dig down, stub out the pipes, so at a future time, if and when we can do it, or they force us to do it, that all we have to do is tie into those pipes without more digging. And
Now they're gonna replace those big, pumps down there?
Not where they're digging outside the SBR tanks. This is, any of the new pumps will be in the existing facility.
Yeah, that's what I meant. They're
Yeah.
gonna replace them in
They're
the
gonna be replacing
facility.
pumps and electronic equipment and such, so.
And that barn's gonna be changed, isn't it, or replaced? That building?
No, you're talking about the old facility, the old original?
Right, you know, the barn that comes out just down from the plant itself, that, over there by the,
Now we would
Tower.
type of a tear down.
by the,
Okay. We chose that we don't have, trying to save money again. We're not tearing that down right now.
okay.
It's been decommissioned, but,
One time we were talking about this.
yes, we were, again, it was like that was, I think, off the top of my head, something like $100,000 to tear that down and remove it, so we put that part on hold too, so. Just trying to save as much money as we can right now and doing the things we have to do, so. Well, that's all I've got, unless anybody's got any more questions.
More questions of Mr. Clark? All right, we'll move on, and the water,
No, he already did it.
yeah, you already, that's what I was going to say. So, we're gonna move on, up and coming agenda items, is Henry, anything council has? If not, no citizens in the audience, so there will be no citizen comments tonight there. Council comments, any further council comments, please? If not, community events, any new community events to be announced?
Is there a concert in the park?
Nope, we're done.
And I think we should say thank you to the community that did support the concerts this season.
Yes.
They did a nice job of keeping their groups separate from everybody. You know, in bigger groups, they were masked. The bands were great. We had a lot of the old favorites, so it still remains one of the community favorite things to do for family outings.
Next is,
Marva, just for Mike's assessment, just what did you think? I mean, pretty,
Yeah, I thought,
Successful.
as far as the crowds go, I thought they were bigger than I expected. Did everybody social distance pretty well.
yeah.
You know, we had sprayed lines there for every 6 foot. They seemed
The
to.
benches were all spread,
Yeah.
so they did a nice job of staying
Yeah.
distant.
Great job. Glad you did that. I think it's important for the community to stay in a routine, and you were able to pull that off, so kudos to you.
Thanks, yeah.
well, this is something we can have again probably next year, so without any problems and whatnot, so well.
Yeah.
Let's continue, okay? So tonight there's no closed session, so next is adjournment. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment, please.
The time is 7:14. I move to adjourn.
Support?
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Good, motion carried.